A very warm welcome then to the Sengkang Hockey Complex, where a big game is in prospect. It is the final group pool match for Singapore as they take on Kazakhstan. Now, I have to mention this straight away. Thailand are currently playing Hong Kong. Hong Kong still have an opportunity to qualify. However, they are losing by 2-0 to Thailand, who have already qualified. That means that this game, it is a simple solution for Singapore. Do not lose and you will qualify for round 2 of this year's Hockey World League. Kazakhstan, on the other hand, if they win and the scoreline stays the same at the top, they will go through. That is how much is at stake here in Singapore. It is basically a must-win for Kazakhstan and must not lose for Singapore. Different kind of pressure then, Nordin, on these Singapore ladies to be able to deal with, because they have to try and sneak a goal. That will just settle the nerves, but they have to keep this Kazakhstan side out.
Yes, Paul, I think you are right about the nervousness. They need to settle down quickly. But for me, I think it's whichever team is fitter will do better today, and especially if they did their homework yesterday, like ice bath and rest properly, because like we seen the last game, the men's team, they were a bit lethargic, not fully fit.
I think we do have to say that the ladies did have yesterday off, and as you mentioned, all the right things will have needed to have been done. The nutrition, the food, the training. And when I say training, it's just a light walk, it's that recovery session in the swimming pool, the ice baths. It does help to get you back very, very quickly.
Yes, exactly. And we had a game yesterday, and Kazakhstan too had a game yesterday. So it's quite even. And depending on who recovery faster will be on the upper hand.
So here we go then. The final pool match for the women's competition. And the final round 1 pool game sees the blue side of Kazakhstan hitting from right to left. Straight away, it's a slightly cagey start from Kazakhstan, just passing it around at the back. Singapore looking for the press. That's a nice ball played down the line, and it's a good little touch as well. Khonina driving to get into the D, pulls it back. There's the danger girl, and she gets a shot away off on target, Domashneva. And then the ball flicked forwards, and Singapore already with their backs to the wall. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. They didn't expect this start from the Kazakh girls.
Yeah, that was crazy. How Singapore defense not ready for the attack.
Mukasheva with the ball dangerously into the D. Domashneva. Oh, does ever so well, Domashneva. Kicked away and well defended, however, pushed back across goal, held back into the middle though, before Syasya does well and wins the hit. But again, a nervy start from Singapore.
In this kind of situation, it's best that Singapore get the ball out of their half and play into the Kazakhstan half rather than play in our half and maybe making a mistake.
Loratan with a little layoff. Can they settle themselves down now as Cheryll helps it forwards? Tiffany making a run further forwards, looking for the ball as well. Good work though from Cheryll, who looks to drive into the D, tees it up nicely inside. Ivy Chan just couldn't turn quickly enough. Here's Tiffany Ong. Tiffany Ong pulls it back, but it's just behind everybody. However, flick back forwards and poked just wide. That's better from Singapore. It was good movement down the right-hand side and almost the perfectly executed move.
Yes, a very good move, and keeping the ball in the Kazakhstan half is very good.
That's well worked to keep it in play. Sazontova looking for the pace of Domashneva. She really has been a live wire, Domashneva. causes all sorts of problems with that pace that she can inject into the game. Full press from Kazakhstan as they know they have to go for the win. However, that was cool from Singapore as they look to play their way out of trouble. Nice little turn back inside there from Eunice Teng. Laura Tan just couldn't get hold of that. Here is Ivy Chan. Does well to keep possession. Laura Tan wins the long corner. So after a very nervous first 60 seconds, Singapore seem to have calmed themselves down. It's Uzbekistan, one of the places that they could go if they do win here, because these Kazakh girls as well will look to stop them at every single attempt. A nice ball flicked down the line. Easily picked off though by Khonina. Shamardanova. Shamardanova again doing well, however loses out. Ivy Chan just tried to flick that goal bound, but the loose one picked up by Sazontova. Gataulina. That's well read. Now Singapore look to come forwards again. Syasya caught ball watching and waiting for the ball to come to her. However, wins it back. And wins the hit as well.
The Singapore team should try to test the Kazakhstan defense by sending the ball into the circle few more times, like just now.
Cheryll out wide. Just tries to scoop it forwards. Syasya following up, it just catches her foot, so the hit goes the way of Kazakhstan. Sazontova drives all the way down the wing and does ever so well to get into a good position and win the hit. Tiffany back there having to try and mop things up. However, concedes possession again. Gataulina helps it in. And as quick as you like, and just steering it goal bound. Domashneva, as bright as a button there. Gambled, anticipated, and that wasn't far wide.
Yes, it was. And Singapore players are really not steady in defense.
Thailand have gone 3-0 up, so it looks as though Hong Kong's dream of qualifying for round 2 has gone. It looks as though it's all going to fall down on this game. Kazakhstan know they must get victory. A draw enough for Singapore. There would be a shootout at the end to see who would win the game, and that side would gain an extra point. However, in the grand scheme of things, Singapore are currently 2 points above Kazakhstan. And the extra point that Singapore would gain from a draw would be enough to see them go through. Domashneva coming short, winning the hit. There's the full press, Domashneva pouncing on the loose ball, pulling it back. The goal at the mercy of Kazakhstan, however, a good save from Lamsini. Here's Domashneva again. She's been very lively at the start of this game.
As I said before, in this situation, sometimes you would like to hit the ball out of defense to release the pressure and not play around inside our half.
It's almost like taking a little breather, get it up the other end, and then try and squeeze up further up the field of play, because that is exactly what Kazakhstan are doing here, and they pick it off once more. Very well played from them. Chepkassova. Imangaliyeva. Chepkassova. Good play again from Sazontova, who gets to the byline and wins the long corner.
Again, ball watching from our midfielders. When Kazakhstan player make a move, they didn't follow.
They were stifled in the first half against Brunei, though, Singapore, in their last pool encounter. Did take them a little bit of time to get going, but when they did, they ran out comfortable 6-0 winners. So maybe just taking a little bit more time here as well to settle. Chepkassova. Dobrioglu looking for the run of Domashneva. She just couldn't keep it in play, though. Nice ball fired out here to Cheryll, who just helps it down. That's better play from Singapore,
yeah,
as they look to release Eunice Ting. Good play from her as well. Lovely stick work to outfox the defender. Wins the hit. Laura Tan looks to fire it in. They look for the little deflection. It wasn't coming, and it didn't transpire from Chwasini. But better from Singapore.
Yeah, that's better. That's the one I'm talking about. You must test the Kazakhstan's defense by sending the ball in at least.
Shemadanova tries to clear lines. Easily picked off again, though. Nice play again from Singapore as they try to work the build-up down the right-hand flank. That's a terrible ball back inside from Cheryll, but that's well rectified and well rescued. Very well done there from Tolimin. Not the best pass from Tolimin there, though, just forcing her own teammate backwards. That's Betam, Nurasikin. Loratan. Eunice Teng. Just cuts it back inside. Loratan now looking to try and drive into the D, however, well picked off. Mukasheva has a little bit of time and space to move into. Khonina. Good check back from her, good challenge. She wanted the hit, not given. So Eunice Teng looks to try and come forwards, and that's a poor ball back inside from her. Sazontova doing well to read it. Gataulina. Nicely helped down the line. Here's Domashneva driving into the D. Domashneva gets to the byline, pulls it back. The wrong angle from Mukasheva. She went a little bit too flat instead of just hanging an extra half yard, and it gives Singapore a chance to come forwards. Ivy Chan, lovely stick work from her. She's skipped past 3 blue shirts that are in the way. And a mistake from Nadia. means that it will be Kazakhstan ball. Domashneva does ever so well to go on the outside, tries to fire it in. However, gets that one all wrong, the 30-year-old.
She is the danger man, yeah?
Singapore just have to be sure in the pass. Ivy Chan with a little touch round the corner. It's not a bad ball either. It's got Dobrioglu chasing all the way back. And Chepkassova, who does ever so well to just feed it down the line. Shemar Danilov. A little bit too far from Mukasheva. Well, the officials pull it back. Singapore managing to hold on and hold strong here. That's at the moment. Oops, a daisy. There's a
dive there. Was it a dive?
I think she jumped straight to her feet, so there was never any doubt that that was just a little clip of her own heels. It's Syasya. Nice ball played inside.
This is the problem with some of the national women's midfield. They tend to hold the ball a bit too long, and usually we will do back pass if we can't go forward, but they delay too long.
The pace on the ball as well when it's passed around is so important. Got to pop it to your teammate, let them deal with it, just like that. I think the best advocates that we've seen so far throughout this tournament is China. Some of their stick play, as in the basics, have looked absolutely superb. Domashneva, lovely turn and take from her. Skips past one challenge, tries to scoop it into the middle. However, well defended from Tiffany Ong. I think we expected the game to be a little bit like this, didn't we? Very tight, very cagey.
Yes.
So much at stake. We know that there are only 2 spots available for the women's pool with the 7 teams that entered. It's one of these 2 teams, it looks like, that will go through. Nice ball scoop forwards, however, that was an important challenge. Well, they said there was a push there. It didn't look like Cheryll Leong had made much contact, but it is going to be the first short corner.
Yeah, and I think the difference is between these 2 teams, Kazakhstan passed the ball a bit quicker so that you find more space.
Right, let's see what Sazontova can deliver here. 7 blue shirts in and around the D. There's the stop. However, they got that all wrong, and if Singapore get on with this quickly, which they should have done, they've got an advantage moving forwards because all the red shirts are up the other end of the field of play.
Yes, exactly. They're only about 2-3 defenders behind.
Well, missed by everybody, including Ting. But that was a poor ball from Dobrioglu.
And they should try this direct shot first because it seems to be going through the Kazakhstan's defense.
Here they are looking to play with it at the back again. That's a good touch from Nursikin. She loses out though. Symbat tried to work the channels. Good challenge coming in there. Mukasheva mopping things up. Poor ball flick forwards on that occasion though. Sazontova not keeping possession. Here's Cheryll. A little bit of time and space to move into here. Khonina chasing down, concedes the hit. Syasya just couldn't make anything happen on that occasion, but again better, a little bit more direct.
Yeah, good work from her.
Domashneva unable to keep that one in play. Cheryll with a little bit of time and space to move into. Tries the little back pass with the reverse stick, doesn't come off, however manages to win it back. Fires it into the D, not wanting to take the chance was Dobryogo. That's going to be a hit. And a long corner for Singapore.
If better, the ball will go across the goalpost. It will be more dangerous.
The angle, right? Yeah, that was a little bit of a loose pass, shall we say. Domashneva puts a foot in the way. Don't really know how to describe this one so far because it's been tetchy and very, very nervy, hasn't it, from both sides in an occasion.
Exactly, from both sides, and especially for Singapore team, they seems like not going to press the Kazakhstan, just waiting for to hold the ball, possession.
And they've earned the right to play this way. As we've said before, when you put yourself in a position, you can do exactly what you want, but you have to be careful when the ball goes to this lady, Domashneva. It's a great run from her. Checks back, tries to scoop it forwards, and in the end, that's really well done and scooped into the back of the net. Khonina, it was, after all the good work done by Domashneva. But what a vital and what an important goal that could prove to be, because it is Kazakhstan that have taken the lead in a game that Singapore must not lose. And as it stands now, it would be Kazakhstan that went through with Thailand.
Yeah. Well-deserved goal. They've been pressing Singapore defense and Singapore defense too, not really playing well.
Will that be the little kick up the backside that these Singapore ladies need? Because they have been a little bit sloppy when it's come to the defending and the way they pass the ball around at the back.
Yes, I hope so, because sometimes when you know you don't have to win the game to go through, and psychologically you will try to hold the ball and don't attack much.
Well, Singapore now know that if they don't score, they're out of the competition. So they will have to push and chase a little bit more.
Yes, they have to.
Just to give you an indication, when Hong Kong played Kazakhstan, it finished at 1-1. It was Hong Kong that won in the shootout, which is why they have the opportunity to go through as well. That just tells you how tight and cagey the affairs are. And the Singapore-Hong Kong game, that finished 1-0 in favour of Singapore. So 3 sides that are very, very evenly matched. You may say on any given day, anything could happen. Sazontova with the stop. Loratan being double teamed from both sides as Tiffany picks up the ball and looks to drive to the byline. Gets there, looks to cut it back. Good solid defending.
If we need to win this game, I think we need to really block the passes behind Kazakhstan defense. They are just holding the ball.
A little bit more urgency from Singapore. You can see by the way that Eunice Teng has gone to get on that ball. And these are with the ball forwards. Loratan down the line. A mistake has allowed Tiffany to try and play it back inside. And the shot comes in. Stunning save. However, the rebound scooped over the top, but apparently the leg was used. Well, the hit has been awarded, not a goal.
Hits one thing's leg.
Yep, someone Ting it was that was just trying to flick it back over the top. She did well, but apparently just caught her leg. So it's still 1-0 in favour of Kazakhstan.
And you see more urgency from Singapore team now.
It all started with Eunice Teng sprinting to take that hit in from the sideline. However, balls like that forwards aren't going to help. Here's the goal scorer, Khonina. Well, that's going to be a spot of bother here for Toli Min. That's a green one. So fortunately, it's only going to be 2 minutes off the field of play. It has resulted, though, in a penalty corner number 2 for Kazakhstan. So they completely messed up their first one, when it was a miscontrol at the top of the D. Let's see what they do this time. Fire back in, no mistake on that occasion, drilled forwards. They said it hit the feet there of Tiffany but play continues. Everybody closes down, and the little Nick Domashneva again, just getting in front of her man and trying to guide it into the back of the net. She's definitely the one to watch. A real troublemaker in and around that D.
To me, I think Kazakhstan, the defense are the weak link. So I think we need really to get the ball up there.
What we saw in the early game with Thailand versus Singapore in the men's pool, where it was, of course, the bronze medal match. The Thais happy to scoop it up there, battle and fight for it at the other end. And as you called it, playing smartly and playing intelligently. They lulled Singapore into a false sense of security, and then all of a sudden, bang, bang, a couple of goals. Game over. So 8 minutes to go. Kazakhstan leading by 1-0. Lovely ball down the line. Time and space here for Ivy Chan. Ivy Chan one-on-one with the keeper. Gets brought down. Surely. Yes, it is. A penalty stroke awarded.
Yes, good work.
Well, the keeper is very, very lucky to get off with that. Bakhavaddin.
Yeah, usually when they give a penalty stroke, it's either one, they give a penalty stroke and not give the keeper any card. Syasya need to stay calm.
Oh, it's a brilliant save. A stunning save in the end. Bakhavaddin doing well and stopping Syasya scoring.
It was a very casual flick. What a wasted opportunity.
You do have to say, though, it's Singapore that are getting themselves back into this game. It may just be a question of time, but they are starting to impose themselves now on Kazakhstan. One back again. Well read defensively from Gataulina. Bit of an air shot there, so play continues. Syasya with a little layoff. Fired in to the danger zone, however, no contact made from Nadia.
Yeah, I hope they realize that the defense is not steady. They should put pressure on them.
Well, whistles blowing all over the place. Finally, we can get things back underway. Chia. Or a Tan. Eunice Teng. That's a better angle to drill it in there. It's a lovely turn from Nadia. Nadia just couldn't get the shot away. Not sure she had the power in that reverse shot to be able to do that.
She was trying to turn and get the foot from the Kazakhstan player.
So just coming up to about 5 minutes to go in this one. Can't say Singapore haven't had the opportunities. They've had the ball in the back of the net. They have had a penalty stroke. They're yet to have a penalty corner though. But it is the Kazakhs that lead by 1-0 courtesy of Khonina. Scoring in the 22nd minute. There's another ball into the box. A little bit higher. Syasya will pick this up and try and get on with things, which is exactly what she does. Tries to scoop it. It's a lovely ball. Ivy Chan! Just wide.
That's better from Singapore team.
Sharper onto the ball and sharper to react.
They should have started the way they played like just now.
You do feel if they'd have started that way, they wouldn't have conceded the goal.
Maybe because if we can keep the ball in their half, then no, it won't be a goal because it's safe. It's away from our D.
Nice ball threaded down the line. Eunice Teng popping up on the left-hand side now. Nicely back inside for Tiffany on. Good defending from Kazakhstan though. They forced Singapore to come all the way back out. Tan fires it forwards and it's a mistake with the pass, but that's just going to be a little too much for Khonina to go and chase down. Sofia losing out. Domashneva with the ball inside. Gets it back, drives into the D. Domashneva across the face of goal. Well, it did look as though Lamchini was trying to dive onto the ball, but she's saying no, she was trying to use a stick. The umpire on the far side having none of it, Emily Carroll from Australia. Straight away, points for the third. Short corner for Kazakhstan. This could be a real hammer blow to Singapore. Were Kazakhstan to get one now. It's a variation. It's a brilliant block as well from Tiffany Ong, who twice just scoops it away. Very good play from her. Now Singapore can look to break forwards. Trashini. That was good defending. There are moans and groans, but Hussein did ever so well there to get the full length of the stick down to stop that ball going forwards.
Yeah, good defending, but sometimes that's why we ask them to use the proper skill. She should have push rather than sweep. Because sweep, you have to go down and you delay the pass. Sometimes when you push, it's going to be immediately.
A little turn around the corner. Singapore keen to get on with this with Norasikin. Thailand have taken a 4-0 advantage against Hong Kong with 20 minutes left there, so it does look as though Hong Kong will finish down the pecking order. The Thais are going to go through this competition undefeated in the women's pool. So it is going to be a second half that will be explosive here at the Sengkang Hockey Complex. It's a great run from Sazontova. Draws two defenders there to try and stop her. Just coming up to the final minute now. Not happy with her teammates and has a bit of a yell and a scream because there are no options. There, whoa. You wouldn't argue with Sazontova, would you?
No.
You can see exactly what Kazakhstan are going to try and do here. Just keep it for the remaining 40 or so seconds. Just make little angles and just hold on to the ball.
I think there's no point defending right now. I think we should just go and press them on. Even though they have to attack, at least we are trying to. If not, they will just delay the ball.
There is only a few seconds remaining in this half, so I can understand why Singapore are just saying, yeah, okay, well, let's see what happens later. But that's an awful ball played out. And again, Kazakhstan coming on the attack. 13 seconds left. And again, it's Sazontova cutting in. Pulls it back. Shaimandanova into the D. And very importantly, that is just one right at the horn. Penalty corner number 4. Well, you can't say they haven't had their chances, Kazakhstan. They just haven't taken them. That's the problem. But Singapore, a little bit sloppy defensively so far in this game. And I'm very, very sure that at half-time, David Vinay from Australia, the head coach from Singapore, will be having quite a few harsh words with some of his players. Everybody forwards then for Kazakhstan. The stop, the roll, the goal. Gataulina, it is that makes it 2-0 right on the stroke of half-time. So it is a hammer blow for Singapore. And they now have not a mountain to climb, but very much an uphill task, because that penalty corner came right as the horn went to signal the end of the first half. A great time to start for Kazakhstan. But again, a little bit sloppy from Singapore. They've got it all to do in the second half.
Yes, you are right, Paul. I think they need to step up and don't worry too much in defending, because we need the goals. You lose 4-0, doesn't matter, but at least we can score a few more goals, like, at least to equalize.
Well, they have had the ball in the back of the net. Syasya has missed a penalty stroke. but it is Kazakhstan that lead by 2-0. Bit of a hammer blow with the last touch of the half, resulting in a goal for them. So, simple equation, Singapore need to score at least 2 goals in the second half to progress through to round 2. If not, Kazakhstan will. It's Kazakhstan 2, Singapore 0. Hello and a very warm welcome back to the Sengkang Hockey Complex. This is the final women's pool game that is currently going on between Kazakhstan and Singapore. It's Kazakhstan that lead by 2-0. Equation simple for Singapore. They must score 2 goals in this second period or they will not qualify for round 2. We say that because Thailand are beating Hong Kong by 6-0. So that would mean that Thailand would go through the whole competition unbeaten, having only conceded 1 goal. But Singapore, currently sitting in second place, would be leapfrogged by Kazakhstan, as Hong Kong will lose as well. Domashneva driving into the D, tees it up nicely. Good save, and it needed to be as well from Felissa Light. Nordin joining me in the commentary position. Nordin, that's again another sloppy start for Singapore right at the start of the half. Not what they want. Ball drilled in, lovely stop, and again another good stop from Felissa Light.
Yes, Paul, very sloppy start from Singapore. I'm not sure what the coaches have told them what to do, but I think that should be one of the main things they should not do.
Well, they are going to have to press soon. If they don't, then they will be gone out of this competition. They did make it through to round 2 last time out. Could be very, very different here. It will see them finish in 3rd place in the women's pool with the 12 points. Kazakhstan would then go on to 13 points and go above Singapore. Thailand, well, they're untouchable with 6 wins out of 6 to give them a full 18 points. It's good play again from Kazakhstan, who seem to be applying that pressure with the full press and not allowing Singapore time to get out. It looks as though the ladies can't deal with it. Nice ball played forwards.
Exactly. I thought Singapore would do that in the second half because there's nothing to lose. They should go and join the attack and probably open up the game, but they have to get a goal.
Well, they have to. They did have the ball in the back of the net. They did also have a penalty stroke that was brilliantly saved from Bakhavaddin. They've got to start to get something going, and it starts with something like that. Cheryll just nipping in front and picking up possession. She wins the hit. Drilled forwards, Ivy Chan with the touch. Play continues as Dobrioglo will come forwards. Sabazova finds Sazontova. They bought a smaller squad as well, Kazakhstan. Only 15 players. You are allowed to register and have 18 players within the whole squad. So very much trying to keep them all together. And again, looking to work the channel. Sazontova. Sabazova plays it in. It just catches the fingers there of Toli Min. Cheryll Chia firing it out, and again, more sloppy mistakes from Singapore.
Yes, they are letting Kazakhstan controlling the game. I think our forward need to work harder to pressure or chase the ball.
That was a bit of a wild one there from Cheryll Chia. Good little turn from Gataulina. Gataulina driving in. The foot was used, so it's going to be the first penalty corner of this second half in favour of Kazakhstan. And you have to say, with the professionalism and the way that they've approached this game, something could happen here. You do feel it would be a huge, huge hill to climb for Singapore to get back into this game.
I think if they score, is game over.
So let's see what pace can be put on the ball here. Sazontova to the edge. It's a good stop. Played forwards. And it's gone in. It's been deflected in. Huge disappointment then for Singapore as they now trail by 3-0. Well, it goes in favour of Domashneva. It did take a deflection on the way through, but now all of a sudden there's a total different complex on this game. Singapore have to basically try and forget about defending and just go for this. If not, they will finish third and will be eliminated. It's not like they haven't had a couple of opportunities themselves.
No, they don't have. They have to really step up and attack. Sometimes doing a long hit will help to stretch the defense. Sometimes you will just do it on purpose so that the defense will be stretched. Then you have more space. Then you can play a smaller pass.
That's well worked from Ting. She wins herself a penalty corner as well. It's Singapore's first of the match, and you can hear exactly what it means to the fans. And if there is to be a way back in for Singapore, they have to make things like this count. Well, we have seen Tiffany Ong, we've seen Cheryll from the edge of the D, striking into the back of a net. What will happen here? Eunice Teng it will be, who will deliver this to the edge of that D. Both the aforementioned girls are there waiting, both Cheryll and Tiffany. It is going to be Cheryll who fires it goal bound. It's a good save, but it's going to be another penalty corner, holding on to the ball and shielding it. It's a good save though.
Yeah, good save and good pressure from Singapore forwards.
I think it was you that said in one of the other games, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That was when Cheryll stepped up and...
Yeah, I think they should try one more time.
Yep. Mind you, the one that we saw from China yesterday was something else, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness. The speed of hand, of movement there was unbelievable. Oh. That game coming a little bit later on. It is the gold medal match for the men's division. And it will see Sri Lanka take on China. Here, Singapore need to get something. To the edge again this time. Laura Tan with the strike. Goal bound is deflected forwards, pushed away to safety. Eunice Teng, who injected the ball, had the follow-up shot. However, Bakhavaddin in goal, the 21-year-old, right up to the task. Nicole Kwek wins the hit, gets on with things quickly as well. Just overran the ball slightly. That was better pressure from Singapore, but now the danger girl has it. Domashneva. Look at the pace. Domashneva going past players like they're not there. Gets to the byline, fires it back across the face of goal. Laura Tan has to scoop it away to safety. Imangaliyeva gets the ball. Pulls it back. It's a nice pullback as well. Mukasheva. She fires it in. Singapore happy just to play it out of play. Kazakhstan showing that they can turn defence into attack very quickly as well.
Yes, lucky that the defense did well and stopped her.
Again, it's a big push and a big press from Kazakhstan. Eunice Teng has to go back. There's nothing further forwards. Tolimin, the movement very static. As she tries to clear the lines but couldn't. Well picked off in the end. Gataulina plays it out wide. Sabazova. Domashneva. Great stick work from her to jink past a couple of challenges. Tan forced all the way in. Does well with a little back pass there. However, it's too tight an area to try and play. And like you said, to scoot that one down the field or relieve a little bit of pressure would have been the better option. Gataulina. Dobroglo. Bit of time and space. Imangaliyeva.
There are few Singapore defenders not doing anything, not marking or just standing down there. They should push up.
It was the tie game where Singapore did this again, wasn't it? Where they all backed off and accepted a 2-0 defeat.
Yes.
Oh, that's well picked off. Mukasheva with the shot. Well blocked in the end.
Yeah, but Singapore are known for not having a very good tactical awareness.
Well,
they like to play like a fluent hockey, but the tactical awareness is not so good for them.
They don't sort things out pretty quickly. They will be out. Shabazova. Well, if Singapore were pushed further forwards, they could cause problems there. However, happy to retreat again.
Yeah, but I've seen the coach trying to push the player up, but the player is not following his instruction.
Get them off then.
All of them?
Well, if you've got to start at the front, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got to just move up the field of play.
Yes. See, like one or two of them are not doing anything, so you can push up.
There's Laura Tan. Again, they go backwards before going forwards. Here's Nicole Kwek. The hit goes in favour of Singapore. Now they can move up en masse, as it were. Poor ball played forwards from Alissa. Did take a little nick though. Singapore tried to get it into the danger zone, but can't. Ting loses out. That's a lovely little reverse ball back inside to Gataulina. She tries to help it down the line to Domashneva. That's not a bad ball, scooped into the danger zone. Just padded away. Domashneva gets the second one. Tees up Khonina. Trying to drive to get into the D. However, no avail.
See how slow they build up from the defense.
Here's Tiffany Ong. Time and space to move into. Laura Tan. Syasya fires it out wide. It's a lovely ball as well. Nice little touch from Natalya. Doing ever so well, getting in and wins the penalty corner.
That's better.
Well, they have applied a bit more pressure after that third goal went in. However, it could be too little, too late.
And if you can see the attack, there's no urgency at all. They take their time, and there's no the support from midfield is very slow.
Pulled to the back, drilled forwards, deflected wide, means a long corner. I can tell you that the Thailand-Hong Kong game has finished. It finished 7-0 in favour of the Thais. So they go through with a very impressive record. And as it stands at the moment, it will be Kazakhstan that will join them. Lovely ball down the line. However, Khonina couldn't take the ball with her. Domashneva knew that she'd committed the offence there. Oh, groans again as the ball played behind Cheryll. The question we have to ask is, we have to ask this question with the men as well. Has the occasion got to them? Is it a little bit too big for them to step up because of the pressure that's been put on them?
I think for me the fitness also play a big role, because when I was playing maybe years ago, we don't focus on the fitness, the recovery, the whatever diet, and for some of the teams, this 6 days, 5 games is common for them. It's normal for them. Not for Singapore. We have only like maybe 2-3 years and one tournament like this. So I think the back-to-back games is not is
Something very much to learn from then, and something for the authorities here involved in Singapore hockey need to take notes of. More tournaments which are very repetitive in matches to build up the players.
Yes, they do it in Malaysia all the time. But we take part in Malaysia, especially the under 14, under 16. Yeah, we played the first few games very well. Then if we go to the second round, we lose out big numbers because of the fitness.
Very interesting to hear the thoughts, particularly as you are instructing for the FIH now as well. And you know, all the new stuff that's going on and all the modern advancement in technologies and science and the importance of diets and things like that. It is all critical. Doesn't matter whether you're a semi-professional or a professional. If you adhere to those rules, you give yourself a better chance, and that's the key. Always trying to be better. So 16 minutes to go. Kazakhstan happy to stroke this around and go forwards when they do get the space. Mukasheva. That's a lovely touch from Sazontova. Sazontova drives into the D, has options in there. Well, the reverse strike coming in on that occasion from Domashneva. Well blocked, but it is going to be a Kazakh ball. Syasya doing well. Syasya moves the ball across. Cheryll just gets dispossessed. Imangaliyeva picking it up, no problems there. Kazakhstan can change the focal point of attack. For the women, there will be 3 round 2 tournaments, which we'll touch on in a minute, as Nadia tries to play that through. Well read, though, from Olga. They'll be held in Kuala Lumpur, in Valencia, and also in Vancouver. So, plenty to look forward to when it comes down to the next round of this competition. Chan unable to retain possession there. And the foot used as well. Logo. Sazontova. Poor ball up the line from her. Expected a little bit more. That's well won back though. Good play from Gataulina. She finds Domashneva. Domashneva driving into the D. There are players arriving at the back. She pulled it back a little bit too far though, Domashneva. You just see the commitment there from Sazontova to get there first and get on with things quickly. Well read from Syasya. Syasya with the ball forwards to Nadia. A little bit of a slip has gifted it to Chan. She wins the hit. And because of knocking the ball away, Mukasheva, the hit has turned into a penalty corner. And that's one of those rules in hockey that is very, very good. If there's an infringement just afterwards, they just add that on and say, oh, okay, you're going to do that. We're going to do this.
Yes, similar like soccer, if you kick the ball away, you get a yellow card. So this is a good rule.
Very, very good rule. It stops dissent and it stops players doing silly, silly things. Well, you do have to say, we said it earlier, this is going to be now or never for Singapore. So she'll tease it up nicely. The ball drilled forwards, it's looping in, and another good save from Bakhavaddin.
Not an easy save to make.
Had to watch that one as it was looping all the way down, eyes firmly focused on the ball. Good save. There's the turn. Another long corner. Now there seems to be a little bit more urgency. Oh, that was a heavy, heavy fall there for Khonina. Play continues. There was a little coming together. However, it didn't look deliberate. Eunice Teng. Again, the lack of movement from the strikers.
Yes, exactly. There's no support at all. No option for her to give.
Domashneva doing well. There's another one that's played well throughout this tournament. Sazontova really has grown as the tournament's gone on. Easily dealt with. Cheryll tries to keep possession but loses out again. Just a little bit too much for Sazontova. Eunice Teng concedes possession.
I think Singapore team are tired, not only physically, but mentally. They are making a lot of silly mistakes.
And the silly little errors that creep in have come back to haunt them. They were in the box seat, sitting in second place in the table. Avoid defeat today, that's all they had to do. And to be fair, if that goal had have stood that they scored, it would have made it 1-1, which would have made things very, very different. And also then with that penalty stroke, had that gone in, it would have been 1-1. You just feel that the game at this level can turn on just one little decision like that.
Yes, exactly. If the goal stands, probably we have more confidence, and more confident, we have that energy to run.
Certainly do, because the heads will have gone down from the Kazakh girls as well, and that always gives you a boost and a lift. Tiffany tries to keep possession. Ivy Chan dropping deep, played in. There's the reverse strike going goal bound, easily picked off though. Well played again, 8 minutes remain. It is going to be Singapore that miss out again. Big strong challenge there. It's gone in favour of Singapore. Domashneva not happy with the decision at all. Well, that put a lot of pressure on Cheryll Chia there. Cheryll has been one of the brighter sparks for the Singapore team throughout this tournament, driving forwards again. Eunice Teng. Cheryll just fires it across the face of goal. Everybody in there, no one attacking a little bit later.
And furthermore, Kazakhstan player is doing man-to-man marking in midfield, and so difficult for Singapore defender to pass to the midfielders.
I think they've got their tactics spot on today, haven't they, Kazakhstan?
Yes.
That's a lovely turn there from Domashneva. Back inside. That's a good turn as well from Cheryll Chia. That's going to result in a green card. Imangaliyeva will go off. The oldest player on the field of play at 38. Sabazova keeps it simple.
They are playing as if they are leading 3-0. They are playing as if they are leading 3-0, Singapore team.
Well, they are going out of the competition. It is as simple as that. This would be a big, big 3 points and a big win for Kazakhstan. Well read there again. Probably Olga, who's had a very good game today. Cheryll going on the outside. That's a yellow card being shown to Khonina. So now, in the final 5 minutes, can Singapore really push? Only 9 players on the field of play for Kazakhstan, and with the ball going dead there, and it's going to be a hit for Kazakhstan, you feel it's going to take them at least 20 seconds to take this. We need to use that horrible word again about professionalism. You're down 2 players, you try and kill the game.
Every team is using it except for Singapore.
Cheryll just overrunning that one. Better pressure from Singapore. They've actually now finally all pushed up. That was well read, and it needed to be by Cheryll Chia. Nicole Kwek, she helps it on to Ivy Chan. Nicole Kwek, Cheryll Chia. Eunice Teng. Well, Cheryll's absolutely shattered. She hasn't had a breather in this game, and that was the wrong ball to do. It was the right ball, but Cheryll was, you've got to know your players again, don't you, Nordin? This is where you talk about mentally tired as well. You've got to know and understand the position that your players are in.
Yes, in this case, maybe she should have just controlled a bit more the ball pace to Cheryll.
Slow that pass down a little bit more, but urge her to go forwards. Laura Tan. Into the final 3 minutes then.
They are controlling the ball very well, but I think lack of ideas how to go into the circle.
Lots to work for then for Singapore. Lots of things to be done before next year's SEA Games. Of course, they will take place in Kuala Lumpur.
Yes, team like Vietnam, Myanmar, and Indonesia has improved.
And let's hope that the likes of Brunei, Cambodia, and of course the Thais all join in as well, and it will make a really good 6-17 competition. So 2 minutes to play. Singapore go in search of a consolation. Good stick work again from Cheryll. Hit the foot, so it's going to be the hit for Singapore. Well, the 5-metre rule coming into play there. 5th penalty corner of this half. However, Singapore yet to make anything count.
Yes, a bit funny that the umpire allowed that, because she was not engaging with the ball. She was just following, but still technically that she's wrong. I mean the player.
So into the final minute we shall go. Cheryll with the strike, just wide, looking for the little nick there as well of Ting. She just couldn't get there. Big scoop was supposed to be forwards, however, it only went into the middle. Eunice Teng gets on with things quickly, tries to change the angle. Nobody getting a touch. Not from a Singapore side anyway. Fired back with the reverse from Shini.
That's better. She takes shot at goal.
10 seconds remain. Is the time for one last hurrah? Doesn't look so. Kazakhstan move the ball away. 4-3-2-1 means that it's Kazakhstan that will finish second in the group and qualify for round 2. So disappointment for Singapore in this one.
Yes, I think it's to be fair that Singapore didn't really play well this tournament. So I think Kazakhstan and Hong Kong deserve to go to the second round.
So the top 2 qualified. Thailand are the ones that won the women's pool. 18 points they gained on the way. Nobody else came close. With Singapore sitting in second place going into today's game, they looked to be in the box seat. However, result here that sees Kazakhstan win by 3-0 that culminates in Hong Kong losing to Thailand as well, means that Kazakhstan go from 4th spot in 10 points to go on to 13 and into second and qualify for round 2. It's Singapore that miss out disappointingly. Plenty to work on before the SEA Games next year. I'd just like to thank as well Nordin for joining us. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure, Paul.
I look forward to seeing and hearing from you in the future. But as it is at the Sengkang Hockey Complex, it's finished Kazakhstan 3, Singapore 0. But don't forget, the men's gold medal match coming up in a short while time. So join us then.